remember that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. The feeling of inferiority doesn't come from others' words or attitudes, but from the moment we allow those judgments to seep in and define who we are. Others may hurl sarcasm at us, cast disdainful glances, but if our heart doesn't open the door for those things to enter, they can't shake our dignity. Self-worth is like a fortress built from our perceptions and beliefs in ourselves. When that fortress stands firm, no matter how strong the winds outside, we remain unshaken. But when we let others decide our value, it's like handing the keys to the fortress to those who don't understand us, don't care for us, and sometimes aren't even worthy of being heard. Self-respect is a power that only we can grant or withhold. No one can drown us unless we lower ourselves. No one can make us small unless we forget how strong we've been. When we deeply understand this, we learn to stand tall in the face of any judgment. We realize that others' words are just echoes. Our inner voice is the truth, and when our heart is strong enough not to nod along to things that hurt us, we become the true master of our life, no longer easily swayed by the winds around us. The key to unlocking your potential is action, but everything stands still until your hand reaches out, pushing the door open. Human potential never fades. It just lies dormant like a treasure, buried under thick layers of hesitation, fear, and procrastination. Action is the first shovel, the light piercing the darkness, the step that makes the path appear. Action turns ideas into reality. Action turns desires into achievements. Action turns "I wish" into "I did." You can think, plan, draw beautiful dreams, but they all remain just pictures on the wall until you start walking. Sometimes the first door you open doesn't lead straight to what you want, but it unlocks momentum, then opens other doors you couldn't even see before. Action doesn't guarantee perfect results, but inaction guarantees you'll stay stuck forever. And something strange, yet beautiful. When you act, your potential isn't just unlocked, it multiplies. You are the only one who can change your life. Destiny doesn't lie in the hands of circumstances, but in your own hands. No one can live for you, no one can bear the pain for you, and no one can walk the path you must choose for you. Others can give you advice, motivation, even opportunities, but only you can open the door, step through, and keep moving forward. Life is like a book where you are both the author and the main character. If you don't write a new page, no one can write a better chapter for you. Change isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's small decisions. Waking up a little earlier, letting go of old habits, trying one more day, believing in yourself a little more. Those small things, repeated, accumulate into the biggest changes in a person's life. You can wait for someone to save you, but the truth is, no one holds the key to your life except you. And when you truly grasp it, when you understand that you're the only one responsible, the only one who can turn things around, that's when your true power is unleashed. Confidence doesn't come from always being right, but from not fearing being wrong. Confidence isn't a perfect cloak hiding every flaw, but the courage to step forward even when you don't know where you might stumble. Confidence isn't born from perfection, but from accepting that we're human. Sometimes right, sometimes wrong, but always ready to learn and move ahead. Those who always fear being wrong are like someone standing at the edge of a cliff, too afraid to step forward, even though a vast field lies ahead. But the confident ones are like explorers, knowing that each step into uncharted land might be full of risks, yet they advance, unbound by fear in their hearts. Mistakes to them aren't stains, but compasses pointing the way. Each mistake helps them walk straighter, grow stronger, mature more. True confidence is built from daring to do what makes us anxious, daring to speak even if your voice trembles, daring to try even without certainty of winning, daring to step even if the path is foggy. When we no longer fear being wrong, we become free. Free to explore, free to create, free to become the best version of ourselves. And then we realize, the confident aren't those always right, but those who always dare to continue, even after being wrong. That fearlessness is the solid foundation of resilience and success. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln. Those who wait for the future stand before the door. Those who create it hold the key. When we act, each decision becomes the first brick laid on the path ahead, and we are the silent yet powerful architect of our own life. The future doesn't fall from the sky. It's built from today's thoughts, choices, and efforts. Like an artist who doesn't stare at a blank canvas, guessing what the work will look like. They pick up the brush and start painting. Each stroke, clumsy or perfect, brings them closer to the desired picture. Similarly, we can't control circumstances, but we can create opportunities, open paths, and shape our destiny with persistence and determination. Hope only truly has power when tied to action. When we get to work, the future is no longer a mystery. It becomes something gradually revealing itself with each step. And the most beautiful thing is, we don't need to know how everything will turn out, just that each day we're building a better version of ourselves. From there, the future isn't just predicted, but born from our proactive and courageous hands. You cannot plant faith in someone who doesn't believe in themselves. Oprah Winfrey. Faith is like a seed. Even if you bring the best one, water it with the most sincere encouragement. But if the soil of their heart is barren, full of doubt, or rejects their own worth, that seed can't sprout. Faith must start from within, from the moment a person looks at themselves and realizes they deserve to grow. Helping someone who doesn't believe in themselves is like trying to lift wings that aren't ready to open. You can show them how vast the sky is, tell them they were born to fly. But if they fear they're not strong enough, those wings will stay folded forever. Self-belief isn't a gift, it's a journey. Only when they overcome the shadow of fear do they begin to see the light of possibility. The best we can do isn't to plant faith for someone else, but to be a mirror, a supporting hand when they want to stand, and a patient presence waiting for them to find their inner worth. Because once they start believing in themselves, even if just a small spark, the rest, growth, change, rising up, will naturally bloom like spring after long winter days. Don't follow the path already laid out. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The laid out path is always smooth, familiar, low risk, but that's why it holds few miracles. When we choose to walk others' trails, we only repeat their stories. But when we step into uncharted places, we begin writing our own. Going where there's no path isn't reckless folly, but daring to believe that in unexplored lands lie infinite possibilities. Like a pioneer forging into deep forests, each step we take, however tough or wild, becomes a mark. Each footprint declares, I don't live to be a copy. I live to be my unique self. Difference doesn't lie in grand goals, but in choosing to step beyond familiar borders, daring to try, to fail, to dream big. That's how we leave trails, symbols of courage and creativity. And one day, looking back, we'll see those footprints not just as the route we've traveled, but as a new path for others to follow, a path born from our own resolve. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein. Knowledge is the lamp illuminating paths we already know, while imagination is the endless sky where all possibilities await birth. Delving deeper, we see imagination as the intangible asset helping humans envision what doesn't yet exist, turning impossibilities into possibilities. It's like the wind filling sails, propelling the ship beyond reality's boundaries. while knowledge is the compass keeping us from getting lost. Imagination ignites where knowledge stops. It fuels dreams, sparks creativity, and paves the way for progress. In life, imagination lets us see new horizons, even when the present is bleak. It builds bridges in the mind before laying bricks in reality. When we imagine, we're planting the first seeds of the future. So nurture imagination like tending a flame, gently but persistently, because sometimes just a small spark of imagination is enough to light up an entire sky of hope, leading us to things greater than ourselves. A hard worker works diligently, but a wise person manages time. Benjamin Franklin. Hard work is like wielding a sturdy shovel, digging into the earth. Each strike carries sweat and resolve. But if you don't choose the right spot to dig, a whole day yields only a small hole. The wise, on the other hand, don't just use strength, but use time like a compass. They choose the right direction before stepping, the right moment before acting. Managing time isn't about running faster, but walking the right path. It's knowing when to advance, when to pause, when to work hard, and when to rest to recharge. Time is the only asset you can't borrow or buy more of, so the wise use each second like precious diamonds. Success doesn't come from being busy all day, but from prioritizing right, doing the right thing at the right time. The diligent lay bricks, the wise design the house, and sometimes just one moment of rearranging time turns a chaotic day into one brimming with results. Your life's happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Happiness isn't something placed in your hands from outside, but sweet water drawn from within the mind. With positive thoughts, the soul is like a garden nurtured by sunlight. Flowers bloom brilliantly, weeds naturally dwindle, but when negative thoughts flood in, they're like gray clouds gathering, weighing down our inner sky, even if the world around is full of color. The quality of thoughts is the filter deciding how we view life. Two people face the same rain. One sees annoyance, the other a chance to listen to nature's steady fall. Good thoughts don't erase hardships, but give us wings to soar over them more lightly. With a peaceful mind, life, even in simplicity, becomes worth living. With a turbulent mind, even the smallest joys slip away. Understanding this deeply means knowing happiness starts with choosing thoughts that nourish us instead of draining us. Tend to positive ideas, like feeding a small flame, warm, enduring, strong enough to chase away darkness. Because in the end, life isn't decided by what happens to us, but by how we think about it. Life is a bold adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. Life, if just repeating days like pre-printed pages, gradually fades like a colorless painting. But when we dare step out of the comfort zone, dare to try, to err, to face the unknown, each moment becomes a new brushstroke painting our vibrant picture. A bold adventure doesn't have to be far travels or grand journeys. Sometimes it's simply daring to start something new, pursuing a dream others call crazy, or believing in yourself when no one else does. Life is always like a vast ocean. If we just stand on the shore watching waves, we'll never know how far we can swim. Only by jumping in, feeling the water's chill, facing each wave, do we truly live. Life's essence isn't in absolute safety, but in moments we surpass ourselves. Happiness arises from courage, growth from experience, and each bold step affirms we're living fully, not merely existing. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another without losing enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. Failure isn't inherently an end, but rugged slopes on the climb. Each fall muddies us a bit more, but also adds knowledge, experience, enthusiasm. That's the glowing compass helping us rise, dust off, and keep heading to the peak we aim for. Walking amid failures while keeping the fire in your heart. That's true resilience. It's like a sailor navigating massive storms, but keeping hands on the wheel, knowing beyond the thick rain always lies clear blue sky. Successful people aren't those who've never fallen, but those who've fallen dozens of times, yet never let their hearts grow cold. Their enthusiasm turns wounds into lessons, discouragement into drive, setbacks into springboards to go further. Success isn't the final outcome, but the attitude in the journey. Whoever keeps going after failure has already conquered themselves before conquering life. And as long as you hold that flame, even tiny, the road ahead will always have light guiding the way. A person's value lies in what they give, not what they receive. Albert Einstein. Life doesn't measure value by what we accumulate in our hands, but by what we leave in others' hearts. When we give a smile, an encouraging word, a small help, when someone needs it most, we don't lose, but sow seeds of our own value. Giving is like lighting a candle in the dark. Your flame doesn't diminish, but the light spreads wider. Those who give understand true abundance isn't in the wallet, but in the heart. While what you receive fills life more, what you give makes it deeper. A person's greatness isn't measured by boasted achievements, but by the kindness they quietly bestow. That value isn't loud or showy, but enduring like a cool stream, nourishing others and our own soul. Because in the end, what lingers after each life isn't what we keep, but what we've generously shared. A smart person solves problems. A wise person avoids them. Albert Einstein. Smart people untangle troubles with logic, knowledge, and quick thinking. They're like skilled mechanics who, facing a broken machine, immediately open it, find the fault, and fix it. That's the skill of sharp reasoning. But wise people take another route. They spot problems before they arise, skillfully dodge, redirect, or arrange things so troubles don't get a chance to form. Like seasoned sailors, they don't wait for the storm to reinforce the boat. They read the wind, watch the clouds, and choose a safe course early, not because they're afraid, but because they know energy spent avoiding disaster is always lighter than fixing the aftermath. Intelligence helps win a tough battle. Wisdom helps avoid the war altogether. The more mature we become, the more we realize not every problem is worth diving into. Not every conflict needs winning. Wisdom is choosing what's important, saving strength for what's worthy, and creating a peaceful life from quiet understanding. And understanding that, we learn to walk lighter, live more awake, and preserve enthusiasm for truly meaningful goals of our own. Strength doesn't come from victory. Your struggles develop your strength. Arnold Schwarzenegger. True metal isn't forged in peaceful days, but in moments facing challenges, pain, times when it seems we lack the strength to go on. Victory is just the final result. Strength, that's the harsh journey helping us stand firm to reach that victory. Struggle is like fire testing gold. It burns, cracks us, but also refines us to be tougher, brighter. Each fall is a lesson. Each disappointment, a brick, adding to inner fortitude. When pushed to limits, it's not a sign of weakness, but when inner strength is quietly forming, like an ancient tree in a storm. Not clear skies and gentle sun make it stand, but fierce winds and endless rains make its roots dig deep and trunk grow resilient. Humans are the same. Our strength is made from times we don't quit, even when circumstances want us down. Every hardship we've endured isn't meaningless. They're the pieces creating a stronger version of us today. And one day, looking back, we'll know we didn't grow strong from victories, but from daring to fight for them. What you seek is already within you. Rumi. People often look to the vast world, hoping to find answers for happiness, peace, or life's meaning. But the more we chase outside, the more we realize those things aren't in material things. not in others, but in our own heart and awareness. What you seek, perhaps faith, strength, peace, or life's value, isn't something to hunt like a precious gem in the ocean. It's like light, quietly hidden behind thick clouds. Just stop, listen, shine inward, and you'll see it's always there, not lost, not abandoning you, just obscured by fear, doubt, and the world's noise. The journey to find yourself isn't a long run, but a return to core values, true desires, the original self before life shaped it. When you understand what you seek already exists inside, you'll stop chasing fleeting things and start nurturing inner power, where it all resides: perseverance, wisdom, love, and courage to step forward. And realizing that, you'll live lighter, more confident, more fulfilled. Because the most precious thing, what you've waited for so long, turns out it's always right in your heart. Strength doesn't come from muscles, but from will. The greatest strength isn't in what we see, but in what we can't see. Muscles can help you lift a rock, but will helps you move an entire life. Muscles strengthen through training, but will strengthens through rising after failures, moments you want to quit, but grit your teeth and continue. Long nights questioning, can I do this? Then trying once more the next morning. Will is the unseen flame that can illuminate the whole path. It's what lets a frail person overcome seemingly impossible challenges. It's the only strength time can't erode. On the contrary, more falls sharpen it. Some are strong because they were born that way. Others are strong because they decide to be. And those strong by will, though unassuming, carry the most enduring power, the kind that takes them where muscles alone can't.